Oh my goodness. Hello. I haven't put it on yet, Barb. Oh, you should be able to. Can you hear me now? You should be able to. Hello, Funchella, Kathleen, Jen. It's not a good day without a technical thing in the beginning. I would love to say that I accidentally did that, but I totally just do that naturally and forget. So, hello, hello. Jen, I didn't put the jingle on there yet, but I am going to. I need to figure out how I can use it in OBS. I use a different program than Barb does, but I'm very excited to get some help here from a friend of mine, and I'm going to get it set up soon. So, yes, it's Monday. It's Monday, Monday. I was not feeling well yesterday, and I apologize to you all for not being here like I said I was going to be. I laid down a couple of hours before I was supposed to go live, and then I woke up like around 7 p.m. Yeah. So I apologize. So I am here to try and beg for mercy, your forgiveness. And also, I found out I need to really start working on my little baby boy blanket that I was telling you guys about. I know I just finished a lazier or more mindless project, but I really need to get going on this blanket because the baby shower is coming up sooner, like 2 months sooner than I thought it would be. So that's what I will be working on today. How about you all? What are you working on? I'm always so curious. I know sometimes people just want to sit back and relax. I'm totally cool with that too. But I would love to know what you all are looking on, working on, looking on, working on, all that kind of stuff. And and I have a couple little things to show you too. I forgot. I don't think Sarah's here, but Sarah and I went on a road trip on Saturday, and we've been doing this yarn crawl that is in southern Ontario. And we went almost an hour and a half away to go to one of our local yarn shops, and then another half an hour to another one, and then back we went out to lunch, and then we came back home, and it was a lot of fun. At least I had a lot of fun. I think Sarah did too. I'll let her speak for herself, but it was a lot of fun. The first place we went to, we got there around 10:30 in the morning. It was called Heaven is Homemade. It was really cute. It's in the downtown Sarnia area, and you just walk up to it, and it has these like gorgeous wooden doors and this very modern looking building, but they had this like country feeling to it. It was really cool. It was really nice. And we got out there, and let me show you where I bought at that store. So this was called Heaven is Homemade in Sarnia. And I got, for you sock people, I got this because I wanted something that would hold the shape of a slipper, because I'm not so much interested in making socks, but I am very interested in making some slippers. And so I picked up this template type thing, and then also, oof, just yarn flying everywhere. Imagine that, yarn. And so it'll tell you knitting needles and shoe sizes too. So this has the shoe sizes on it to help you. And the only thing that confused me though, and maybe one of you ladies can help me, I thought this would be like the toe, right? Like if you're building it, making the toe would go in here, and then the shoe sizes would tell you how far along you've come. But she said this is supposed to be the heel. I don't I don't understand. So if I put this in, and I really want your thoughts and opinions, if I make this the heel, then I guess it's never going inside the sock. It's just staying on the outside. But it would make more sense to me if I went toe first. I don't know. You'll have to let me all know what your opinions are. But it's got the shoe sizes, and if you're using knitting hooks, it's got, look, I got the little bit of the shakes today. It's got, it has the knitting sizes, but, and then a ruler in the middle. And I just thought it was so cool, and it was a lot cheaper than those plastic and metal, like coat hanger looking type of sock forms. So yeah, I'm gonna try this out with, I got something else here. I got some Premier Color Fusion Chunky. You know me and my chunky, I can't help it. But isn't it so pretty? And I've seen this online a lot of times, but I've never seen it in a store up here. And I got this at the second store we went to called Country Yarns. And this place, I really wish Sarah was here because we really liked Country Yarns. It was so sweet, so nice, and the prices were totally doable. Like, I think I paid $6 for this, and that's a miracle up here in Canada. Hi Tammy, good to see you. Watching while doing school. I'm so glad to hear you. I hope you're settling back into your new location and all that kind of stuff. Let me catch back up on the chat. But I just thought this was so pretty, and I'd seen it online, but you know, I'm nervous now. I know what it looks like and what it feels like in case I want to buy more. And let me just take a look back up here. Everybody's saying hi. Finishing up soap sacks, Kathleen. Finishing up soap sacks? Like as in finishing up the one you're working on, or all of them? All the soap sacks. I need to work on my temperature blanket. How far are you along on it, Funchella? And when did you start it? Did you start it like in the beginning of this year? I'm curious. Let's see, what else? And Kathleen's excited to hear about that. And oh, eek, eek, all the noises, all the weird noises. You know how I am about little skeins, right? Skeins, however you say it, wherever you're from. And when I was at the Country Yarns, I got this little thing. Look how cute it is. It's just so cute, and it's yellow and it's sunshiny and bright. I just had to get it. It was 50 cents. 50 cents. I mean, come on. I had enough pennies in my wallet. Yeah, pennies. I know. They still have pennies in the US, right? We don't have pennies in Canada anymore. But it helped me get rid of some of my pennies. So, it was just so cute. I had to get one. It's so cute and so little, isn't it? I just love it. I was tempted to go and take the whole basket and just dump it in my bag, but I'm like, what am I going to do with this, really? Tammy says, I'm at a point still trying to get into a routine. Yeah, it's hard when you move and you have to move fast, Tammy, to adjust and get a new routine and your new, routine habits, the things that you do every day and stuff. So we're thinking of you. We've missed you while you've been gone. Funchella started her temperature blanket in January. Very cool. How far along are you now, Funchella? Are you like in February, or are you actually at June 1st? That's my thing about temperature blankets and mood trackers and stuff. I love the idea of it. I love the idea of when it's done and it's been a whole year and you can look at it and it's so rewarding. But at the same time, I don't think I'm disciplined enough to do it. Yeah, I just don't think I am. I don't think I don't know. I might surprise myself, but I think I would have gaps and periods of time where I'd have to play catch up and stuff. Kathleen says, I don't know very much about those, but I think when you make the sock cut to the cuff to the toe in the round, then you would slip that inside of the sock to see where your toe is ending up. Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Because I was just, and the lady at the store was very nice. She explained it to me and everything, but I just wasn't registering. So I get you, Kathleen. So when I get my slippers going, I'm going to ask you for tutorials and help. Yes, we still have pennies in the US. We don't have pennies in Canada anymore, but I have a ton of US pennies because every time we go and I come back, I can't turn them in to a bank. I could have $1,000 worth of pennies and no Canadian banks would take them at all. Hey, Bon Bon, good to see you. So sorry about yesterday. I was having an off day and my body said sleep and I listened. But I was just telling the ladies about going out to Sarnia to Heaven is Homemade, and then we went to Petrolia and went to Country Yarns, and we picked up a couple of things. This is the other color of Premier's Color Fusion that I purchased, and it's cute too. I don't know what it is. I have never liked orange my whole life, and I don't really consider this like orange. You know what I mean? Like, here's what the swatch says it's supposed to look like when it's worked up. But I never used to be an orange, peach, pink person. But oh my goodness, I have fallen in love with it. And it's just something, maybe it's the springtime. It's just cheery. You know what I mean? Bon Bon says, you must have needed the extra rest. It's good that you listened to your body. Thank you, Bon Bon. I appreciate that. Funchella says, I'm currently behind a few days, but I'm keeping my temperatures written down. That's a good plan. That's a good plan because it's hard. You know, you think, oh, it's just a half an hour a day. It's just an hour a day to put a row on. But days get away from you, just like yesterday totally got away from me. Unfortunately, things happened. But hey Sarah, I was just telling everybody about our road trip on Saturday. It was and how much fun we had and where we went. And I was saying that I wished you were here to tell us all about Country Yarns. I know we liked both of them. Both of them were great, but Country Yarns was definitely our favorite. It was a cute little place too. It was not in town. It was on a country road with a gravel driveway. You almost kind of wondered if it didn't look so cute and so inviting. You're like, this is questionable, but it was cute. So, you know, just like we learned from the gingerbread house and Hansel and Gretel, if it's cute, it's safe, right? So Sarah and I ventured into the cute little cottage that was attached to somebody's farmhouse, and it was a lot of fun. It was. Yeah, for sure. I realized I never looked at her free. She had a huge basket of free patterns. And I jokingly said, I'll just take that whole basket with me. And she was like, go for it. It'll be full again in a week. And I was like, that's amazing. You know, that she's got that kind of community out there, very much out in the country. It was really cute. It was really nice. All right, let me put this away and start my project here. So yeah, my baby shower that I thought was going to be a couple of months away it's still a month, but I'm not the fastest crocheter and working full time and stuff like that. So I really need to get going. Let me show you where I am because I didn't get too much done yesterday because, as you know, I took like an all-day nap. But this is where we are so far. So the idea is that we'll go with 2 green, a tan, 2 green, white, and then go back to the 2 green, tan, 2 green, white. So I think it'll be a nice pattern. And again, the white is sparkly, but I love that it's not overly so. I don't think you can really see it with the light going, but I'm trying to show you. I'm trying. And so I really need to get working on this because there's... Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate that. Oh, Jen, you got your groceries for the week? That's always nice to know you can get... You're settled, you've got your groceries, you've got your fun stuff. Okay, I think it will be a great color pattern. I think so too. I think it'll be nice for the newborn, you know, and then this little baby is going to be in our lives for a little while, a long while. So I'll probably end up making another one as they get older. But for baby, I wanted it to have some pastel in it, right? It looks so cushy soft. I know, doesn't it? I wrote a short review on Burnett blanket yarn on Yarn Over Hook, and I just really like to try the new stuff and write a little review on it. It's kind of like a little catalog for me. That's the side that I really haven't gotten into on my channel, but I hope to in the future when I learn some more is do little like written reviews, and it's kind of like a chronicle instead of a video. So we'll see. We'll see. So Jen, what's since you've got the groceries for us all now, what was your favorite find at the grocery store, Jen? Or what's the best thing you got? And there was a game I wanted to see if you were all up for playing. Are you guys up for playing a game, or do you want to crochet? Or a little A and a little B? I'm always up for a game, and I grew up in a household that was very sports orientated, but not very much like board game, or word games, or picture games. Very active family, but not in that kind of sense. And I love to play games, but I'm not very good at puzzles. And they kind of go hand in hand, right? Black Forest hams and Cheez-Its. Black Forest ham is yummy. I agree with you there, Jen. So let me get this side done. And then I am going to pull out a list, and I want you to tell me, I'm going to say something, and you tell me if you're guilty or innocent. It's kind of like true crime. No, it's not at all like true crime, but it's like a little bit, it's a spin, it's a play on some true crime stuff, but it's brought to crochet around yarn, hooks, tools, resources, all that kind of stuff. And I was thinking that might be fun, something light and easy to do. Don't worry about me, BB. I feel better. Were you not feeling well, Jen? And the other benefit of sleeping all day yesterday and all night last night, which I'm surprised I did, I definitely won't miss Barb tonight. And I have missed it for a couple of days now. So, let's see here. If you're interested in playing, Kathleen, Jen, Tammy, I know you're studying, Bon Fancella. I just have a couple of questions. And also, I got boxes, so I can finally send my shipments out. I got to send one to Debbie and one to Barb. So, I'm going to list something to you, and you tell me if you're guilty or innocent. Super easy. Just see how honest we can be. How about that? All right, I'll give you a couple of easy ones to begin with. I Or are you buying yarn because it's on sale even though you have no plan for it? Guilty or innocent? Have you purchased yarn because it was on sale even though you had no plan for it? I can say I'm definitely guilty. Guilty, guilty, guilty. I love a sale, and usually if I don't have a plan for it, I make one up so I can justify. Let's see, Sarah, guilty. Funchella, guilty. Jen, innocent. Guilty. Kathleen, guilty. Bon, Jen. Well, Jen, you just got back into it, so I'm going to give you that one. I'm going to give you that one. All right, let me go ahead and go around this corner here. Once I go around the corner, I always have a hard time with my corners. If I don't pay attention to my corners, I won't do the chain 2, and then it's incredibly hard to work into later. Hi, Mighty Minowa. How are you? We were just playing some very minor true crime game. Did you want to join us? It's all about crochet. There's always plans for it. It's just my brain doesn't know it yet. Yes, that's totally it, Bon. It's like if I don't have a plan, I can totally come up with one. It's just not really cemented in, right? You know what I mean? All right, so the next true crime case. Are you guilty or innocent? You've purchased yarn for a project and then used it for something completely different. Okay, Jen, I'll look at your short once I get off live and I get back upstairs, okay? I hope everything's okay. Sarah's guilty. So, you purchased yarn for a project and then you used it for something completely different. Bon, innocent. Kathleen, innocent. Minowa, innocent. Funchella, innocent. Sarah, I'm going to jump on the boat with you. I'm guilty. But I think we're the minority, Sarah, here. Minowa said she was innocent. Okay. The next one. I gotta keep going. I get into these games and I get so excited and I have fun and then I get distracted and all that kind of stuff. Squirrel. Okay. You've started a new whip because you were bored with the current one. You started a new whip because you were bored with the current one. Are you guilty? Or are you not innocent? Or are you innocent? Kathleen, really want to know here. Let's see. Wow, I have to figure out where I stopped and where they okay. Sarah guilty, is that the other guilty? I'm going to go backwards. Innocent on that one. Great job, Kathleen. Bon, guilty. Wow, we hit that. What do they call that? That hammer? It's got another name to it 3 times. Sarah, guilty. Funchella, guilty. Minowa, guilty. All right, I'm going to have to put some dots in here just so I know when one starts and one ends. Can you repeat the question? Sure. Funchella, that's why I have so many whips. Yeah, I don't have too many whips, but I am certainly tempted to. A mallet, a gravel. A mallet, I've heard. It's like a medieval weapon, a mallet. That's a serious hammer. Is it gavel or gravel? Tammy's onto something there. Okay. So next question. You ready, Jen? Gavel? That's what I think it is too. Tammy, you were so close. Nice. There you go. Thank you, ladies. All right, the next court case. Are you guilty or are you innocent? Calling a project almost done when it still needs a border, sewing, and the ends woven in. Calling a project almost done when it still needs a border, sewing, and ends woven in. I feel like we're gonna. What is it? It was the great controversy of yarn over hook. Do you tie in your ends? Is it complete or is it still a whip if you still have to tie in your ends? Do you remember that? Poor Sammy. So let's see. Foncella's guilty. Sarah's guilty. Bonbon's innocent. Kathleen's guilty. Minowa's guilty. I'm gonna say with this one, I'm innocent. I'm innocent, but I have a really good reason. I very rarely put a border on anything, and I'm one of those weird people who loves to tie in ends. It's so like the finishing touches on a cake you just decorated, or I can't think of another example other than crocheting. Yeah, but that's I just don't get too tempted with that. I love to, when I'm closer, the closer I am to being done, the more determined I am to get it done. And look, there's a hair in my project. We all know how much I love hair in projects. Okay. All right, let's do another one. You called your yarn haul just a few things. Are you guilty or innocent? Calling your yarn haul just a few things. Minowa says, same here, Callie. I've never put a border on anything, but I've had a project where I had lots of ends to weave in. Yeah, I just, I haven't ventured into that yet, Minowa. I just haven't done it. Sarah's guilty. Bonbon, innocent. Kathleen, oh, guilty. Is that so guilty? Guilty? Kathleen. Foncella, I think you said guilty. Repeat the question, Kelly? Yeah. Calling your yarn haul just a few things. Oh, I just got a few things. My trunk is full, but I just got a few things. Just a couple of yarn skeins. Hi, Debbie. I got boxes today so I can send your stuff out tomorrow. We're playing true crime crochet style. Guilty because I usually only get a few skeins at a time. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Minowa, guilty because I usually get a few skeins at a time. Debbie says, hi Debbie. Yes, extremely guilty. That's funny, Kathleen. Bonbon, hello Debbie. Hi Debbie. Cool. So now that Debbie's here, the pro's here. Let me see. Let me get one cluster done. Cluster and then true crime. A cluster and then true crime. It'll help keep me motivated, right? Looking at it that way. All right, the next one. Are you guilty or are you innocent? Saying you're just looking in the yarn aisle. Guilty or innocent? The question again is, do you say you're just looking in the yarn aisle? Hi, Maddie. Good to see you. So when Sarah and I went to Sarnia, there was a Michael's there. and we went to Michael's to look around because you just never know. One Michael's will carry like one aisle of yarn, and another Michael's will have 5 aisles of yarn. And this one had a lot. It was really good. So when I was there and I was just looking, I was definitely guilty. Definitely guilty. Minowa, guilty. Debbie, guilty, definitely. Sarah, guilty. Foncella, guilty all the way. Bonbon, innocent. Good for you, Bonbon. Kathleen, guilty. What are you working on tonight? Tonight, I've got this blanket going on. I'm making one for a baby shower that I'm going to in about a month. And so I got to get cracking on it. I did not realize the date was approaching as quickly as it was. I know you were tempted. Yeah, Sarah. Sarah saw some tweed, green, lion brand, quick and thick. Quick and, yeah, that stuff that I like a lot. And Sarah, I think I might even have some. And if I do, you know it's yours. Very nice. I love the colors. Thank you, Debbie. I appreciate it. They wanted to go with like a woodsy theme for the baby. So I thought lots of greens, some browns, but then you got to have some white for a newborn, right? I mean, I know they're just going to puke on it anyway, but there's more blankets where those come from, right? Bonbon, sometimes when you're just looking, a few skeins might jump into your cart, and we're waiting for us to go to a good home. I agree with that. It's like going to the pound. You just can't not leave empty-handed. It's yes. Hi, Mary. Listening and cooking supper. Hello, everyone. Good to see you, Sassy Mary. All right, here's another one. Crochet court cases. Are you guilty or are you innocent? Saying one more row at bedtime. Do you say one more row at bedtime? Look at what time it is. Oh, it's 10. I could go to bed and get 8 hours sleep now. But one more row. One more row. I will fall asleep crocheting. So, Kathleen, guilty. Maddie, so much guilty. Sarah's innocent. Bonbon, guilty. Menoa, guilty. Guilty. Foncella. Debbie, guilty. Yeah, absolutely. You're sitting there. Now, do you fall asleep at night when you're saying one more row, just one more row, and then I'll go to bed? Do you fall asleep at the same time? I do. Especially like around 9-10 o'clock. Unless I'm having one of my nights, I will fall asleep in a heartbeat. Oops, oops, oops. 3 times a charm. Where did you find these games? It's all up here. It's scary up here, Debbie. My brain is so overactive. I sit here and I think of ideas and I think of games to play. And then I use the internet to help me find words and phrases and to fit the niche. So I find an idea and then I go to the internet to help me make it happen. Because otherwise I couldn't generate all these. That would be hard. So here's another one. Are you guilty or are you innocent? Changing the project halfway through because you got a better idea. Have you ever changed your project halfway through because you got a better idea? This, I think, would be hard. I'm really curious about this one. This is not your typical question. I don't know. I think I'm innocent on this one because I am such a planner. I feel like I know exactly what I'm going to do, or I hope to do. Hope to do is a better way of putting it. Funchella, innocent. Menoa, guilty. Sarah, guilty. Interesting. Always guilty of that. I love to tweak things. Nice, Bonbon. See, you've got that flexibility, you, Sarah, and I'm sure all of you do. But I get stuck on a path, a journey, a pattern, and I'm like, yep, that's what I'm going to do. And just like my love for only having one whip, it's just like a drive thing, I guess. I don't know. Mary says, I crochet at night listening to Grandma, and when I find a mistake, I'll lay it aside and say I'll fix it tomorrow. Doesn't happen as to be doesn't happen has to be done now. No, it doesn't have to be done right away, that's for sure. And I've done that too, Mary, where I've gotten frustrated with something and I needed to put it away, put it down, go for a walk or get some tea or something along those lines. Kind of reset your brain, right? Kathleen says, I've modified a project midstream. That is so interesting to me. Well, I don't get anything into that intricate yet, right? So I can't imagine working on something super intricate and then switching it up halfway through. I know it doesn't have to be a huge switch, but I'm just not there yet, you know? All right, let me find another one here. Okay, guilty or innocent? Saying nobody'll notice about an absolutely very noticeable mistake. Will you say, oh, nobody'll notice this and just ignore a mistake? Will it drive you crazy? I guess really this question is, if you're guilty, that means it really doesn't bother you. If you're innocent, that means you're really hard on yourself and you're going to pick it apart and frog that bad boy. I wish I was, I don't know, I'm trying to think of I think I'm guilty and innocent. Can you be both on this? I feel like we should be able to be both. Let me fix it. Mary's innocent. Kathleen, innocent. It'll drive me nuts. Sarah, innocent. Menoa, guilty. I'm with you, Menoa. It would bother me. Innocent, Funchella. Maddie, innocent. I'd have stuff half made, then decide to frog and make something different. Wow, Sarah. I don't know if I could do past halfway. Bonbon, innocent. I can't ignore mistakes. I'm too much perfectionist. That's great. That's what I was thinking when I was reading that one out loud. I was like, okay, either you're going to be able to tell who the perfectionists are and who the just go with the flow kind of people are, right? That's good. All right, let me get another one here. All right, here's one. And I feel very strongly about this one. You always gauge your project before you start. Do you make a gauge swatch every time before you start a project? Guilty or innocent? I guess the guilty would be if you don't. Innocent if you make a swatch every time. Guilty or innocent? Funchella says guilty. Jen, sorry my phone went dead. And innocent. Good for you, Jen. And I'm sorry about your phone. Glad you're back. Menawa, the blanket I'm working on for my aunt has many mistakes, but I'm not redoing it. Some of them you can really see, Menawa, and some you can't, right? And then I've heard, though I've never seen it myself, some artists will actually make a mistake on purpose so you can tell it wasn't made by a machine, which is interesting. Maddie says guilty. Sarah, guilty. No swatches here. Menoa, guilty. I've never made a swatch. Bonbon, guilty. I never make a swatch. The second one, Jen says, guilty, but I don't do wearables. Yeah, see, Mary, that's where I am, I think. Kathleen says, guilty. I've never made a swatch. So Maddie says she doesn't like doing them. Yeah, I'm kind of like Mary. I've never made a wearable for myself. So I feel like if I bought some really expensive yarn and I was about to make a sweater, I would take a portion of that yarn and do probably a gauge swatch. But I the it's been a year and I haven't run into a scenario like that. So maybe sometime in the future. But yeah, I just haven't had an opportunity. And for a blanket, I'm not making one. I'm not. I don't like that. I don't like that. Yeah. That was a good one, though. That was a good question. Let's see here. Let's do guilty or innocent. Borrowing a safety pin, paper clip, or bobby pin for crochet use. Have you ever, I guess this would be like if you ran out of stitch markers, you just didn't have anything in your pocket, but you really needed to count your stitches. So have you ever used a paper clip, a bobby pin, gotten creative and used it as a stitch marker? I have so many stitch markers, it's ridiculous. Like, I had no idea when I first got into crochet how much you would run into stitch markers everywhere. Funchella says guilty. I think I found a bobby pin on my kitchen floor today just because of this exact thing. Mary, I use old diaper pins all the time. I don't know why, but I thought it said old dirty diaper pins. I'm glad they're not dirty, Mary. I'm glad they're clean ones. Diaper pins all the time. That's a great idea. Like the pink ones with the little pink duck at the end. Are you talking like, are you going that far back, Mary? Bonbon's guilty. Funchella's guilty. Sarah's guilty. Maddie's innocent. Good one. So, Debbie, what are you working on today? Maddie, what are you working on? Jen, I would be creative. You're always creative, Jen. You're really good at searching outside the box and all that kind of stuff. Maddie's making a bag. Very nice. Are you making a bigger one than your little one? Or the same size? Yes, ducks. I know exactly what you're talking about, Mary. I remember those. I don't remember those from my children, but I remember them from my childhood. Like little sundress straps. My mum used to pin my sundress straps up because they would tend to fall down. And she would use those little duck pins. Still working on my patch blanket. That's nice. That's good. I finished my little monster. Oh, Bonbon, you want to show it to us? That would be amazing to see. I have not finished mine yet, but I am farther along. I'm working, I got the arms done, the legs, the body. Now I have to attach the arms. Let's see here. Maddie says again, once I get a pack of rubber bands, I'll start making scrunchies for the women in my church. And that was for my little friend, but bigger. Very nice, Maddie. I've made scrunchies out of hair doodads before. It's fun. It's something quick and, you know, relatively easy, and you get a finished product really fast. It's kind of, it makes you feel like you've accomplished something, right? Menoa, I'm guilty of using whatever I can get my hands on for stitch markers. Yeah, Menoa, I get that. I just have so many of them. It's redonkulous. Like almost in every room, I've got a container that looks like this. And it's got a gazillion stitch markers in them. So almost every room in my house has one of these. And it's got darn it needles, and you get the idea. A pair of scissors, and etc., etc. Yeah, Bonbon, that would be great. Here, let me get you the link. You can upload it to a link, or you can email it to me, and then I'll post it on the page so everybody can see it. That would be exciting. Have you shown it to Barb and Debbie? I'm sure you have. So I don't know if you guys do this. I have an upstairs project and a downstairs project. And what's going on here? Let's try that again. And my upstairs project is my monster. My downstairs project is my blanket. But I will bring one down or take one up, depends on what my mood is. But I always have an upstairs project and a downstairs project. And so my whole one whip thing is kind of gone out the window, because I always have two now. Debbie saw it. Cool. Let me get, I said I was going to get the link, and then I forgot to get the link. So there you go, Bonbon. If you go to that link and you scroll down a little bit on that page, there's a section called From the Hook, and you can click on the picture that says Get Featured, and it'll upload to my website. Just let me know when you're done. I just have to approve it. I'm just a one-girl show here, so I make it so people can add things to my webpage, but I have to approve it before it posts. Mary says, I try to remember to post photos of my work on YouTube, but after all, I'm 71 years old and don't remember. How come I can hear Barb's voice going, I'm 65 years old? She doesn't sound like that. That's just my version. You know, she's probably here right now. Yeah. Mary, I don't know if I've been to your let me go see if I'm a sub of your channel. I'm not. I am going to be right now, though. Menoa, no, but I do have a travel project and an at-home project. Yeah, like I love to crochet in the car when we go on road trips and stuff like that. I really like to crochet in the car. I get a lot done. It distracts me from all the stuff going on around me and cars whizzing around and stuff like that. So if somebody else is driving, of course, right? Jen, yes, she does. I did. I saw it. I found it. And I joined it. All right, let me finish this corner. And then we'll do 2 more true crime, guilty or innocent. And Debbie, if you're here still and you want any help putting together a game or something like that, you let me know. I will hook you up. And 2 more. Barb sounds like that. You think she sounds like that? She does. She puts more of an accent on it than she really has, and that's what makes it so funny, I think, because she really gets into character with it, and it's so funny. It's very cute. All right, let me see if I have. Okay, I got it. Now I just need to approve it. Come on, computer. Bonbon. There you are. I'm sure there's a faster way to do this. I just don't know what it is yet. Need to get some more pictures up here besides Kathleen. Kathleen, it's like the Kathleen show on my website. And it's wonderful, Kathleen. I'm just picking. All right. And it is Bonbon. Sorry for the typing and the nails. I can't believe it's June 1st already. Is that how I did that one? That's how I did that one. Oh my goodness, Bonbon, it looks so cute. Oh my goodness, I love that. Here, let me get the link for everybody else so everybody else can see it. Let me refresh the page, make sure it's saved. There we go. Oh, wait a minute. My bad. Almost. Alright, if you ladies want to go to that link, you will see Bonbon's monster in the section that's called From the Hook. It's so cute. I love the colors. Now, did you make that from scrap yarn, Bonbon, or did you plan that? Either way, it looks amazing. He is little because I used extremely thin number 4 yarn and a 4mm hook. What were you just thinking about today, Sarah? That's adorable, Bon. It's scrap yarn. That's beautiful. How it worked out like that. That's amazing. That is so cute. I love it. Thank you for sharing it with us, Bonbon. I wonder if I have enough yarn to make it across. I'm playing yarn chicken here. Let's see. I have more yarn, so it's not like I'm in trouble if I run out of this skein, but it'd be nice if it just all worked out perfectly. Can you share it, Kelly? I can't find it. If you click on that link, Jen, and scroll down, there, give me 1 second and I'll walk you right through it. It's adorable, Bon Bon. Kathleen says, thanks for letting me share it. Oh, please. I love it. Mary, I don't do amigurumis. They would have ear on their bellies and tails on their heads. That's funny, Mary. That's similar to what mine do look like, but I still make them. So we're good. Bon Bon. Thank you, Sarah Menoa. So, Jen, if you go, I'm going to put the link on here again, okay? Click on that link that I just put in the chat. And you don't have to click on anything else. The only thing you have to do is scroll down till you see a section that's called Projects from the Hook. Great. Isn't it adorable? It's so pretty. What kind of yarn did you use, Bon Bon? I know you said really thin number 4, but what brand did you use? It looks so clean and crisp. Doesn't that look great? All right, let me check. What time is it? All right, let's do 2 more true crime in crochet. Here's a good one. Guilty or innocent? Turning a gift project into a keep it for yourself project. So have you ever started a project, fallen in love with it, and then kept it for yourself? Guilty or innocent? See you later, Maddie. Have a good night. Menoa, innocent. Fontella, innocent. Jen, OMG, guilty. Tell me how you really feel, Jen. Tell me how you really feel. Bon Bon, guilty. Sarah, innocent. Kathleen, innocent. I'm going to say I'm innocent on this one. I'm going to say I'm an innocent on this one. I probably have started more gifts for myself and ended up giving it away than, guilty, 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 guilty. Makes me remember Game of Thrones. Shame. Poor Jen. You're fine, Jen. It's good to be proud of your own work. All right. And Mary says it will get gifted as soon as I admire it for a few weeks. That's true too. You could hold on to it for a little while until you're like, okay, I've found something else since then. Then you can gift it, right? Kathleen, innocent. Sarah, innocent. Okay, let me pick one more. Let's see. Let's see. Trying to find a really good one. Okay. Do you call your yarn stash organized just because it's in bins? So, are you guilty or innocent? Do you keep your yarn in bins and call it organized? Apparently, you're guilty if you do that. That's what mine, until I got this little shelf thing behind me, was in laundry baskets. That was what I used to keep my yarn in because I didn't have anything. So I would consider that a bin, so I'm guilty. I would call my yarn stash organized when it was in a laundry basket because it was not all over the floor. So it was organized, right? Right? Guilty. Guilty. I have a cat. That's true. Sarah, innocent. Jen, no, I have a yarn bag. I'm innocent. Funchella, innocent. Kathleen, guilty. Guilty, guilty. Mine are in bins, but the bins aren't organized. Yeah, me either. Mine wasn't. Mine, mine still, I wouldn't say is organized. I even have cubbies now, and I wouldn't say it's necessarily organized though. Jen, I have a cat, but he's a little pest. Aw, poor kitty. Poor kitty. I don't have any cats. I have 2 dogs, but at one point in my life, I had 4 cats. That's what happens when I had 2 cats. My husband had 2 cats, and you get married. You end up with 4 cats. So we don't have any now, but we used to. And they're cute little buggers. Poor kitty. Yes, poor kitty. Why not? What does the kitty do, Jen? Tell me. I hear cats make great yarn pets. Someday I want to make an amigurumi cat. I just can barely get a monster. So I'm not sure how a cat would come out. All right, I'm almost done. Oh my goodness. Ah, are you for real? Look at where I ended up. I lost track. I have 1 cluster left. I have to do 3 double crochets, and I ran out of yarn. Ugh. I guess I'm gonna frog back a little bit, at least 4 clusters, and then I'll tie it all up. Mine is organized into 6-drawer dresser with a few Rubbermaid bins. Yeah, having it in a dresser I feel like is a really good idea, and they don't get dusty in there either, Bonbon. Sarah has 2 adorable cats, Bear and Pandy. Manawa, my kitty goes to the vet on Thursday. He has kitty asthma and allergies, so got to see what he needs meds, if he needs meds. Aw, poor kitty. Is he sneezing a lot and stuff like that? Do cats sneeze when they get allergies? Chen says his cat gets in his yarn and tears it all up. Mary, Kelly, I like your monster with the dingy bit. Dingly bit. If I jump onto barbs or something like that and you're there, Mary, I'll pull it back out. Don't you hate when that happens? I do. I was so close, Funchella. It was so close. So I'll just frog a couple of clusters, tie it in there. But like for real, it was right there. Jen, you've seen Tiger. Yes, I have seen Tiger. Bonbon, yarn chicken, lots of fun. Yep. But I have another one right here. So I am ready to go. because I got two of each and they're huge. That's one thing I forgot to mention in that little write up I did was how big they are. They're 300 grams, and I don't, that's the white one is the first one I've ever run out of. So I think that's pretty darn good. I'll take it. Oh, Jen. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for playing True Crime Crochet with me today. I appreciated it. It was fun. And I got another 2 rows done. And I got to chit chat. And again, I apologize about yesterday. Unfortunately, that may happen every once in a while, but not often. But I thank you for your patience and for being here today and allowing me to make it up to you. So, everybody, you have a wonderful evening, a wonderful week, and I will probably see you next weekend or Friday night. Thank you so much. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.